What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blake Manor, and we're in the Blake residence. We have just figured out that Walter Blake is not real. He's not a real person. He never exists. He was forged on every single version of the Manor's paintings. We thought he existed, but he doesn't. And now we have to stop the seance. Whoa. Grand Seance, hedge maze. Well, now it's better because almost no one is there. I lost track of time. The seance will be starting soon. I need to get out to the hedge maze and put a stop to this before it's too late. Are we just going to auto jump there? Whoa, look at this. Who set all this up? If the staff was having... I guess the staff helped. Even though they all know that the seance is bad. Oh, boy. I don't really need to look at it, but I guess I will. Walter's wheelchair. They wheeled it out this far, then abandoned it. What does Blake think is happening here? So basically the idea is that they think they're going to sacrifice Walter, but if they don't have Walter, someone else is going to get sacrificed, aka everybody else at the seance.
The circle is sealed. We call now upon the spirits.
Huh. It looks like they've begun. So they sealed up this whole thing. Huh. There's an empty space here. It's for me, waiting for me. I shouldn't keep them waiting any longer.
To come forth, be witnessed by us, be heard by us. Age posco, nego te recusare.
Good Lord.
Oh, goodness. Huh. Our charm has broken. Glad we picked that up. It's, I think, damn near mandatory, but we picked it up. I'm alive. I'm okay. But Carmela, she's... And the others I don't know. Séance disaster. Bones. She's dead. Miss Montani says, but we knew she was gonna die, so that's okay. And she was resigned to that fact. Oh, I see. Okay, so let's real quick just check this out. What are we at here? Apprehend the suspect. Excellent. Okay, so let's do it. Ooh.
What are those things? Are they Fae?
Ew. So they're going to be blocking all of our paths here. Oh, that's just the fabric. All right, what do we got? Wall fountain. The energy goes this way. Oh, he's reading it.
But how? What have I had?
Speak your name to enter.
Huh.
It wants the culprit's name.
Oh, that's a good way to do it. Select culprit. I mean, oh, that's funny. Actually, that's actually really interesting. She technically is still, for us, she was still left as a suspect, but because she's dead, she's now out. Coventry. We know it's him. Simon Coventry is the culprit? Of course he is.
Welcome.
Yeah, baby. Come on. What's his whole deal? We don't know what the vibe is now. J'accuse is the name of the achievement. Who's behind the mystery of Evelyn Deane? Lever? I wonder what all the people who are not attending the seance looking outside and seeing. Bedding. A bed with research materials on it. Was Coventry sleeping down here before the event? Maybe. Luggage. The tag says Miss Deane, so this is where it was brought. So all her stuff. Paintings. Oh. Various paintings of Walter Blake that Coventry must have discarded for whatever mistakes he feared people would see through. The reference photograph has Henry Blake, 1840, written on the back. And Henry was the one that disappeared. Henry is the one that never, quote-unquote, existed in the entire record of the history. I knew that was weird. I was like, why? What? We couldn't follow up on that. There was nothing that we could do. It looks like a photograph of Walter Blake, but on the writing on the back is Henry Blake, 1836.
A collection of papers, a birth certificate, and a journal. It's the birth certificate of a Henry Blake, who seems to be the older cousin of
It's
Jonathan
Simon.
Blake, the actual heir to the title and lands here. His father died when he was still a young lad. Rather than pass the title and lands to Henry, an attempt was made on his life by Jonathan Blake's father. Henry's mother took him and fled. She died soon after, leaving him alone in the world. All he had were his father's notes, the notes that resulted in his death. Among them, the sigil.
So Henry, now Simon, is trying to kill off everybody so he can get his land back.
He spent much of his life studying the occult to make sense of the sigil, and eventually much older he returned to the manor. Armed with the understanding of the ground's secrets, he had adopted the identity of Simon Coventry, a man who had also recently lost his wife. Over this he bonded with the Marquess, and used that to gain the access he needed to search the grounds. He found the chamber his father had died opening, and was able to get inside. That is where he discovered Guivenu. Locked in deep sleep, the god's dreams already colored by the events happening around him. Coventry took advantage of this through prayer and something he calls his shrine of images. And Guivnu's dreams reshaped the minds of everyone around him into thinking there was a Walter Blake who's been crippled in the accident that killed his mother. Because to unlock the gate he needs Blake blood. It says here they are the last of the third Milesian bloodline.
Huh.
The Marquess will kill himself, thinking he both kills and frees his son. The god's dream can't force anyone to act outside of their interest. He couldn't be made to kill himself, but he could be tricked into doing it for the right reason. Then with Blake gone and the god freed, Coventry will ask for his reward, to have his youth returned. He will then take his place as the heir in the form of Walter Blake, the son with paintings.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Documents and mesmerized staff to vouch for him as the next in line to the title.
Oh, shit. So he's not even going to come out back as Henry Blake. He's coming as Walter. Wow, that's crazy. Sigil. A sigil fell out of the pile. Lots of evidence. Goodness. Okay, so Coventry. Everybody else is the culprit after all. And investigate the mausoleum. Wild. Okay. So let's do Simon Coventry goal is to free where's the entity. In order to resume his role of his magical fabrication, Walter Blake, to inherit his executor, because his real identity is ousted heir Henry Blake. Wait. Simon's goal is to free the entity, to assume the role of his magical fabrication, Walter Blake, to inherit his... Oh, ancestral home. I didn't even see that one.
Simon Coventry is really Henry Blake, ousted heir of the Blake title and fortunes. He has returned with the intent of using magic to reclaim what was taken from him. I need to stop him.
Mystery solved. Who is Mr. Coventry? I understand now that Mr. Coventry is actually an heir to the Blake estate, Henry Blake. Yes! Family tree achievement unlocked. Okay, done. Everybody is done. We just need to finish up our wonderful O'Finn, if that even exists. The ritual. We just have to apprehend him. Take him down. That's a cool way to do that. It's having Coventry, having Henry Blake, and then they're connected. Okay. I think we've seen everything. Photograph, Goibnu. Not here. Hold on. Notes. Notes on the ritual I found under Miss Deane's bed. Mr. O'Finn's, too. Notes. Some rough notes. O'Finn recognized me after all these years. He was only a child when I visited his camp, seeking their wisdom. Even my own flesh and blood didn't know me. In hindsight, I was probably memorable enough, a wealthy outsider coming to ask of their god. I shouldn't have panicked and attacked him, though. That was risky. Yeah, he did recognize him. Gah, what if he outed me? Thankfully, I played in those catacombs as a lad, and I know all their secrets. My back is in agony today for it. I've taken most of a bottle to ease the pain. But by tonight, back troubles will be a future problem. This time, I will care better for my joints. Laudanum. A bottle of painkiller. It's empty. So that's why he did it. Dedication. Here lies Norman Blake. Died in Church Cave-in 1805 to 1836. Where it says buried as he lived, alone, is scratched over frantically. It's the same thing. Is this the way in or the way out? Well, that was the way in, so there's something else we could do here. Seemingly. Oh, did that door close behind us? I think it did. So this is our way out. Oh, okay. So, oh, Christ. Hold on, wait. Let's not do that. Let's reset. Hold on. Let's go back a step. No, hold on. This is not working. So this is gonna do it. Great. What do we get? Who's on that door? Oh man, I knew that was gonna be something. I was like, there's no way. Ew. Look at all these guys. There's more of them. They're closing in on the church. Ooh, interesting. Well, we know where... I didn't think that the church would be where we'd end this, but I guess here we go. Coventry! Ooh. Wait, who is that? Is that the Reverend? Yeah, it is. The Reverend. He's been murdered. No! Not the Reverend we never got a chance to see. Remember when I thought he could be a last-minute suspect? That sucks. Apprehend the suspect. Alright, well, there was a secret hidden entire floor of this, which is interesting. The Fae are inside the church. There's nowhere left to go. We gotta go! Where does this lead? This is gonna be completely separate. Holy shit. It's Goivnu! Coventry, Henry Blake. He's preparing to the entity, to the smithing god Goivnu. Oh, Finn! Deane! We have never seen in person. We should just take the crowbar and smack him in the fucking head with it. Machinery.
It's Mr. O'Finn. He seems to still be alive. I can't see a way to open this and get him out. Miss Deane! I need to find a way to get her out while she's still alive.
And... oh.
Shh, shh. Now, Walter. No tears now. Not long to go. Mummy will be home soon. Thanks to you. A big, brave boy.
Wow.
This will only hurt a moment. Then Daddy will talk with the floating man and bring you and her back.
That's so sad.
Then we'll all be together again. One big, happy family. What are you doing here? I won't let you stop this.
I need to get through to him. Whoa. Ritual. There we go. Okay, so you cannot save your family. You've been tricked by Henry Blake so he could take over your ancestral home. Here goes nothing. You cannot save your family. You've been tricked by Henry Blake so he could take over your ancestral home.
Fooled. But I would have all I could ever. Who was restraining me? And where is my son? Where is my boy? He should be here, shouldn't he? No. I thought.
I can't imagine thinking you had a son and not having one.
No. I didn't. They were not my thoughts. Not at all. They were put there. There is no Walter. Just a cruel illusion. Oh, my boy. Taken from me. And Mary. My Mary. She is truly gone. Never coming back. Who would make a man think such things? Have such hope? You're right. I have been fooled. By a relation I did not even know existed. Fooled by the only real flesh and blood that I have.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna do something drastic? Seems like it. Yep. Get ready to get absolutely wrecked.
Get off me, you fool! How could you do this to me? You gave me hope. You gave me a son. Only to take them from me?
Some lucidity, is it? I am only doing to you what your grandfather did to me. I should have been the Marquess of Doon, and I will be. Islam, Jonathan.
You will be nothing!
They're both going down, yep. Uh-oh, that was the sacrifice they needed. The Marquess could not be saved. Marquess Blake was determined to resurrect his wife at any cost, but he had been tricked into nearly sacrificing himself by the ousted heir Henry Blake posing as Simon Coventry. The ritual. What does it say the action is here? Stop it. Fair enough. I need to find a way to stop the ritual. Okay, so we gotta get them out of these machines. Standing stones. Painting. Coventry's, Henry Blake's, rather, painting of himself inserted into the family as Walter Blake, right in front of Goivnu, like a strange type of shrine. This must be how Coventry seeded that idea into the god's mind to keep it front and center in his thoughts so they would be present in his dreams, which is how it infiltrated the minds of the staff and guests here, tricking everyone into believing the child was real, and how he clouded everyone's mind about Miss Deane's disappearance in her room, as well as the staff's minds about as to their having met him before this event. Uh-oh.
The Tuatha Dé Danann and the Milesians faced off for the final time at the Battle of Taltiu. After much death, a truce was called. They agreed to halve the land between them. However, the Milesians tricked the gods by claiming the top half, so the Tuatha Dé Danann went below ground through this here portal. We've stayed behind to build a lock for the portal that could only be opened again by him and the three Milesian leaders using...
Sorry, whoops.
Once the portal was closed, he fell into a deep slumber, from which his dreams inspired those who lived here for millennia. Until war came to the land once again. Oliver Cromwell and his forces arrived, led in this region by Edward Blake. They killed those living here, the people Guivna had formed a bond with over the generations. Their blood seeped into this chamber and tainted his dreams. He felt alone and scared. He feels alone and scared still.
A god is alone.
He just wants to go home to his people.
These dials, they seem to be some sort of control panel. Should be able to arrange them in such a way to allow me to perform a sigil here. But what sigil? Open, close, release. So that's the symbol for open. So that works. Something is happening. Yeah. So that's fine. Oh, that's not gonna work. Hold on. Reset. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Reset. So it's this way. Hold on. No, actually, I could... That's fine. I could do something like that. So if I did this... That works. Oh, but that line doesn't work anymore. That's annoying. Okay, hold on. So maybe it worked from the outside. So I go... Bang. Do this. Then go in. Do this. And then... Yep. Cool. Open the portal! Oh. Here it comes. Now we shall release him. Uh-oh, did I picked the wrong thing. Whoa. I'm cool. I'm glad I saw this though. A lot of cool, unique art. Well, we caused the end of humanity. That's not fun. It's the end of the world as we know it. Open the portal. That's funny. Uh-oh, did I really fuck things up? Where's it gonna put me back to? Probably right in the room, I have to guess. Yeah, okay, cool. So we'll skip a bunch of this stuff. That's very funny. I'm glad I got that, though. I didn't know that was an achievement, but I'm glad I got that. Because I would not want to have to do that after doing all this. Okay, well, you're alive. We're going to skip real quick. We're going to skip through all this. This sad moment we get to see twice.
No, dear. Mummy, this, that.
All right, cool. We get to see them both go down. Here it comes. All right, here we go. So, think. You cannot save your family. You've been tricked by Henry Blake to take over your home. Okay. So obviously the sigil we need to use is release. Because that is the releasing him of the chain. I thought we're going to have to do this in steps. But it shall not be that. And that makes sense. It's the thing that we got from Sinet. It's the the thing we would have had to done more of the game to be able to do. Versus something we could have found in the journal, like within the first, I don't know, hour of the game. All right, mystery solved. All right. Cool, here it comes. I don't know if we could skip this. I hope we can. Yes, we can. Great. Just checking, making sure everything's good. All right, we're back. All right, so now, which sigil? So right, and it's also the default position is this sigil. So we need to do that. We need to do change dial. That, yes, that, and then so this. No, that looks right, actually. Right, so square these points that have to align. These points have to align. Yeah, that seems correct. Something's happening. Yes, great. Okay, so this one's definitely a harder one. Oh, maybe not. Yes, it is, because I need to be able to go straight. This has to be either the first or the last point. I suppose we could just start there and see what that does. We don't have to go all the way through. What if we did that? Got it. All right. This should do it. Aha, there's that portal for him. Who gets the house now that Simon and Marquess Doone are dead? If there's gonna be a house. Close the portal. Find free Goivnu from his mortal form. Oh, so we would have gotten that if we got clothes as well. Yes! Oh, Finn just is alive. We love that. Holy shit. So much for church. The ritual. I've stopped the ritual. Nice. Save Master O'Finn as well. We got achievement. We got a lot of achievements there.
So.
Oh, wow.
This is where the man who saved my life spends his time.
You'll join me.
Yes. I think at the very least, I owe you a drink.
Save Miss Deane. And then a hero comes along is the name of that achievement. So good.
Freed from the vase's
Yes,
curse,
we're going to get everybody's
Mr.
afters.
Sham became obsessed with seeking out other cursed items.
I was wondering, I was like,
across
do
the
we get to
globe.
talk to everybody afterward? No.
Miss Montevani's family were devastated with the news of her death. But at least her last wish had been carried out, and they were set for many comfortable years.
Yay.
Mr. O'Mara's angel led him deep into the unknown parts of the world. I never learned in search of what. With the curse lifted, Miss Quinn was free to raise her siblings in safety. She supported them only by her earnings as a poet.
Humbles.
Mrs. Darcy disposed of her husband's ghost on her route home. She later turned the events of the manor into the acclaimed horror novel, Eldritch House.
Huh.
Mr. Hunter left the manor and spent his remaining years breeding champion horses for the MacLeod family.
Just feeling good. Living a good life.
Mr. Doyle left Ireland to see the world.
Good for him.
Free
Dupre.
from his obligation, Mr. Dupre returned to New Orleans. With a newly opened mind, Mrs. Joyce accompanied him to the new world.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't expect that. That's so cool.
Mr. Toussaint shared his account of the séance with his societal fellows. After which, it was agreed he should spearhead a new department of supernatural investigations.
The FBC. I'm kidding. But if you know what that is.
He also published a paper, thoroughly correcting every element that Mrs. Darcy had embellished in her novel.
That's hilarious.
Miss Callahan finally retired and passed the role of Dree on the Dr. Callahan. Mrs. Erickson destroyed all remnants of her magical persona and started a new life away from all things supernatural.
With her family lands returned to her, along with the Quinn fortune,
Miss Barbosa began a new life in Ireland. Mrs. Lau and Miss MacLeod retired to a cottage outside London. They never attended another mystical event. Mr. O'Finn went deep into the forest and was never seen again.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Miss Murphy continued the studies she began under Miss Deane and used that power to create a better life for herself. With Miss Callahan's help, she was able to reunite with her daughter. Father Sinnott retired and spent his last few years exploring the forests of Ireland with his hound, Séance.
The hound was called Séance too? Interesting.
Mr. Skerritt established the Skerritt Foundation, which set up schools and hospitals for the underprivileged. He is thought of fondly by those he helped. Mr. Varley used the treasure to purchase the manor.
Whoa.
Turned it into a refuge for lost souls. He kept the name Blake Manor.
Detective Ward saved 21 of 21 people. Wait, 36 of 37 mysteries solved? Oh, no. What did I miss? Did I miss O'Finn's? Oh, shit. Well, we'll let this go. Guys, legitimately, this was one of my favorite things I've ever played. This is so fun. There's so much interesting things about this game that were so interesting. I'm stumbling over my whole words. Yeah, I mean, the supernatural with the kind of history, with the kind of, like, you know, murder mystery, investigatory thing, just all amazing job. Like, I really enjoyed playing this from start to finish. There were the moments that I was obviously stuck or unsure about what to do next, but that's part of the fun of an adventure game sometimes, as long as it's not too unguided, you know. I think that's sometimes can be a problem, but I think there was always the element of the time thing that led that to be like, oh, it might just be we have to wait, and it's always what it was. We always had to just kind of wait for a different moment. Really great, really cool stuff, really great art. Big up to the team that put this all together, because it's definitely an effort to put together a non-linear adventure game with 24 characters and whatever. Everybody here did an amazing job here too. The cast did an amazing job bringing these characters to life. I would be surprised if we knew any of them. It seems like, yeah, they're all local Irish actors or something like that, because they have to all be able to pronounce everything. Delvin Green, Sally Beaumont, Aoife. Awesome. Really cool. Damien Murphy, I think I might know. That name sounds familiar. Valentina Puccioni, Dave McCabe, Olivia Smith, Stephen Lynch, Delivery Man. Delivery Man? Reverend Campbell? So we didn't even know. We didn't even know about Reverend Campbell. We saw him speak, I guess. Delivery Man, though? Did we have... Oh, Delivery Man at the beginning of the game, maybe? Cool stuff. Yeah, I'm worried about that last mystery. What the hell did I not solve? And do I have to do everything again to be able to solve that last one? I'm okay with it. I am expecting to have to go back and do some stuff. Actually, while we're watching this, I could check the achievements. So I have 5 hidden achievements remaining. Interesting. And they're all... Of them, I have 1 that's a little bit higher percentage, and everything else is the 4 rarest achievements in the game. Unless the game... I'm going to wait till if the game gives me direction right after all of this, after the credits, and then otherwise I'll just check out those and see, like, what they say. Because I think at this point there's not really anything that could spoil. This is a work of fiction. Any similarity to actual places or persons alive or dead, or events is purely coincidental. EU, Creative Europe. Amazing. Okay, no, they don't. So let's just quickly look at achievements, shall we? So, global achievements. So there's an achievement to stop the ritual without saving Miss Deane. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Ring the lobby bell 10 times. Fair enough. Attend all the talks. Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely have to do that. And then there's the achievement to solve all the mysteries of Blake Manor. So what the heck do I have to solve with Mr. O'Finn? So he's the last... I do have to solve his mystery. What the heck? How the hell do I do that? Well, I guess we'll have to... we might need another episode. I wasn't expecting that, but I think we might just need one more episode. We might have to just do a quick, like, speed run through of the rest of the game. Let's try to do just that. I'll maybe have to do a little bit of research to see, like, what do I have to do with that. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this series. If this is where you bow out, totally get it. Give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see any videos in the future. We got a new puzzle game coming up right behind this one. But I appreciate everybody watching all the way through, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.